everyone. Hello, this is Irene with Saugatalks, and I am here with Erica Mckenzie. Hello, Erica. How are you?
Hi. Good morning. Oh, is it morning or afternoon? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world.
It could be any time. That's the beauty of digital content now, right? People
Absolutely.
and we're loving it. So the reason we're here today with Erica, because Erica is a president and CEO of Creative Brands, right?
Creative Brands and Concepts Limited, yes.
And Concepts, exactly. And the reason why Erica is doing this, because she's a digital marketing expert and consultant for many years, despite how vibrant she looks. She's got so much experience under her belt helping clients, over 3,000 entrepreneurs and corporate clients with their sales and marketing strategies. Is that correct?
Absolutely, Irene. And this is something that I do all day, every day. And, I making sure that we develop our trainers is one of our key. As a matter of fact, we are about to launch a very tailored platform and training program for entrepreneurs as well. So you can stay tuned for that, the Business Mentor Box, which is something that we have in there for all our entrepreneurs to level up on their entire business strategies. So we talk about the sales, the marketing, everything that you need to run a business. It's right in the box. So it's your business mentor in a box.
Exciting.
So that one is coming up real soon, and we'll keep you posted on that, Irene, for sure.
And I want to tap on some of that knowledge and wisdom right now, because businesses out there, they are confused, they're frustrated, they want to be everywhere, and we cannot be everywhere as much as we want to. So we're gonna talk today about digital marketing trends in terms of platforms, in terms of basics, very basics, right? How do you assess your business presence and where it makes sense to act? Because we cannot, again, act everywhere. So, Erica, let me start with very open-ended questions, okay? In 2021, as we see platforms evolving in front of our eyes, okay? Let's talk about some big ones first, and we'll see where this conversation is gonna take us. So, give us all, Erica, your opinion. It's your strong opinion and advice. Yeah, so let's talk about Facebook. They are big for businesses, okay? They were huge 5 years ago. Now I hear, mature population moved to Facebook. No questions, right? Huge opportunity there. At the same time, there are newcomers. There are newcomers who eating their bread. So what's your opinion, Erica, for business, right? Where Facebook is and where it's going?
Well, in my opinion, I think there is still, it hasn't matured yet, that much I'll say, because, there are still a lot of people who were not on Facebook that are now migrating. Of course, the laggards, they're still out there, okay? It would be interesting if I could give you some statistics there in terms of how many of those, but I couldn't necessarily put a number on it right now, but I'm sure it's a study that we're trying to fine tune to see, okay. And I'm sure Facebook is also trying and doing everything they can to get people to migrate to the platform. But with the digitalboom.com, what you do is you're still finding the people who were always afraid. They're not into social media. They're not into, they prefer to just be left alone. There's still fears. There are people who are still concerned about their privacy and information being out there in the public domain. So there's still room. But with the digitalboom.com, of course, you find that people are slowly loosening up a little bit, even though they still have these concerns, and they're hopping on, because especially during the pandemic, you would have seen that there is a spike in terms of the users of Facebook, because now you can't go out to see mom. So now you have to connect with mom on Facebook or, whichever other platform, but of course, mainly Facebook, because I can't go out to see mom and I want to be able to stay connected and have my chat. And of course, Facebook was so kind. They put in so much more into Facebook now in terms of more video chat. You can now host your own room. And there's just so much that, you know, Facebook has done, especially during the pandemic. So it has innovated. So there is still room for growth. And so it is still a viable place for businesses to operate. And my opinion is that it still has some shelf life left, even though you have rivals, which is really giving it a run for its money. But hey, it's still got some lives left in it. So definitely one of the viable options for me.
Beautiful. Twitter. There's so much talk about Twitter.
Ooh,
Tell me
Twitter.
what you
There's
know. Yes.
so much. There's so much room for growth. There's much more room for growth with Twitter. For Twitter, what happens is a lot of people still have not moved into that space as yet. So depending on your market, there's some people who they're not on Twitter. Yeah. So we're just now slowly seeing that uptick of people just moving into Twitter. So now, so the innovators, they would have led the way, obviously, because you know anything that's new, they're in there, and so they would have been in there from Jump Street. And then now you have the early adopters and of course the early majority who are now just moving on to the platform. So you still have room for the late adopters, and not to mention the bunch of laggards who probably don't even they're not even on Twitter, on Facebook yet, much more to get into Twitter, which is more fast-paced, more engaging, real time. So there is a whole lot of scope there for growth. And I think that is definitely where a lot more companies are looking to grow. The fact that there is now, you know, there is an increasing number of people migrating to that platform, because it would have been people who were, you know, you're tired of Facebook, you know, so now you're looking for somewhere else to go, you know, tired of the same old. So they're now looking to try out new things. So definitely a whole lot of uptake and a whole lot of opportunities there for businesses to capitalize on Twitter.
Beautiful. Instagram, Snapchat. I know young people are there, but people have to assess their business objectives, right? Before making.
Of course. Yep. Before. So one of the things definitely is for businesses, you can't be everywhere, obviously. So it's about trying to find where your people live. I mean, where are they talking? Where are they having their community and their groups? One of the things with Instagram is you find that a lot of people are doing more live streaming and more engaging their audience using that platform, more so than even Facebook, I would say, in my opinion. A lot more people find that Instagram is a place that they go more for like a live stream. I mean, since the pandemic, you have a lot of live streaming going on Facebook as well. But from the company point of view, I think I see a lot more of that happening on Instagram. The influencers, the entrepreneurs, the coaches, that's where they go to have their lives and doing their thing. And so you find that a lot of businesses are really trying to capitalize on that, but it depends again on where your consumer lives. Where are my customers? Where is my tribe? Are they on Facebook? Then maybe I need to do my live stream on Facebook. Are they on Instagram? Then Snapchat, we still, I don't know, still nothing much happening there, in my opinion. Again, I have not seen anything apart from, you have the young people who are still doing their filters and having a whole lot of fun, but then here comes TikTok.
Yes.
Like just killing it. So you still have, there's still room, because I mean, Snapchat is still this place for the millennials where they live, and they still their little safe haven. You know, not so much of these old folks are on it anyway, but they're catching on, and it really have some cool features in there that you can use. But you will find though that of course a lot of migration now is going on to TikTok.
Yes,
people, that one is growing so rapidly, and now you find that it's increasing faster at a faster rate than even how Snapchat took off. because it has so many cool features that it makes it literally impossible for you not to want to go on. How you can go and recreate your stories and be funny at the same time, and really even being serious and funny at the same time. So it's just such a cool platform. I end up loving it. If I cannot I mean, I go and I you know, I would look around and see some of the videos that people do, and it's crazy. You know, when Johnny also told me about, you know, how crazy his experiences, Chocolate Johnny, how you know, his experiences being on Snapchat, on TikTok. But again, I'm not saying it's for everybody, but you know, it's just to kind of find where your tribe lives and how best to serve them.
And in my mind, I did try TikTok. You know,
Are you on TikTok?
Yes, it's an incredible opportunity. I mean, but with every platform, you have to be serious about it. Okay.
Yeah,
You
100%.
Completely, consistently embrace it. Otherwise, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, you are 100% correct on that. And I have a friend who I find it served him very well. He's in the entertainment space. So they developed a series during the pandemic called The Bartender. Giving a shout out to my Jamaican friend, Orville Hall, Dance Expressions. And they developed a series which they put on YouTube. And he was right out the gates with TikTok. And so he's been able to really use those two platforms very well to leverage you know, his content. And he's like literally he's killing it. Very, very, because you know, they're in the entertainment space, so they help other people get their groove on in terms of learning how to dance Jamaican. Dance to reggae, which is absolutely phenomenal. And I've been asking him to teach me to dance, and I went to the studio. But again, I love the idea of wanting to dance, but you know, with so many competing priorities, I guess I just still don't know how to dance yet. And he was at the GDMS summit that we had in 2019. They actually performed, because we don't do nothing without having some kind of entertainment in there. And I'm sure we'll get to talk more about that as well, Irene. But my point is that, you know, the people in the entertainment space can literally use TikTok to really help to level up their game.
Beautiful,
and their
beautiful.
engagement.
So we're moving.
So I think it really, if you're in the entertainment space, I would definitely say give TikTok some attention.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So
that's my advice that I would say.
Moving slowly. So now live streaming is almost mainstreaming, don't you think?
Yep. So live streaming is now the thing. Everybody now wants to have a live stream. So, and I remember when people just usually look at lives and it was like, oh, why do I need to watch that and skip over it? Now, it has now commanded so much attention, and you can see the amount of live streaming platforms which are coming up with different things of how to really connect, because again, the pandemic has now seen an increase in the use of these platforms and the need for the different things that you want to do. Because no, you can't go out to see anybody anymore. You can't go out to have your events anymore. So what do? We want to create the same type of in-person online. It's like the same in-person experience, but you want to now move that online. So what do? We have to create, we have to do that through live streaming, where we can connect with thousands of people at the same time, having that wonderful networking experience. And I hope soon I can touch you through the phone.
Yes, that's coming. That's all coming right now. With aromas, now all the senses will be involved, right? Very soon.
And I know Ingrid can tell us some more about that in terms of the trends that are coming up in terms of ARVR. And you know, it's how and it is something that, you know, Irene, that I'm definitely tracking, and how soon some companies who are innovators are going to be logging onto this train. And I personally want to engage a few people that I know to see how we can help to get them on this innovation train, because it's not going away. And if you really want to engage your clients and really want to engage, because now there's a whole lot of noise more than ever. There's a whole lot more noise happening online. So how do you stand out? How do you get a voice in all that noise? You have to be different. And it is what you do that's going to make you pop the most on screen, and so that you can connect with your clients as well, and even attract new ones.
Speaking of noise and sound, okay, before we move to my favorite topic here, which I leave to the end, okay, the topic I'm really passionate about, let's stop for a moment at the Clubhouse.
Oh!
What have you seen? Because this is all about audio now. Is it step forward or is it step backward from video? What do you think?
I think Clubhouse has given a voice to people who don't necessarily want to be fancy to go come on screen. I don't have to go do my hair. I don't have to go put on my makeup. And I'm just talking about just for me. You can just plug and play and make sure that you're tuning in, but to whatever content it is that it's pretty new, and it has a whole lot of traction behind it. In terms of the right people are on there, it's a great networking hub where you can connect with so much and so many influential people, because they have now moved on to the platform. Will it last? I don't know. There is still a question mark on that. It's new, but I'm not sure in terms of what kind of lifespan we're gonna give to that. I don't want to call it, because sometimes we may say, okay, oh, just give it 6 months. But it depends on the strategic direction and how they continue to engage people. And also, most importantly, the impact that it is able to have with the people who consistently go there, and how those people in return compound by telling others about the impact that they have. And that is what has grown their success today. It's really a lot of word of mouth and people going around telling their friends, oh, you need to check out the school app. It's the coolest thing, which is how it's always been anyway. You need to check out this cool room. You need to check out this. This person is on TikTok. You need to come. They have a room now. And I find that there is also this group who is actually modeling a popular program that is on NBC. Where investors come together and you can, do your pitch, and that kind of stuff is happening. So it depends on the community and the value add that you're giving to the audience, and also the results that happen as a result of being a part of the network, that is going to determine the longevity of it all. Exactly. Yeah, it's all about benefits and impact. Yeah,
there are lots of benefits. Right now it's snowball, right? It was 2 million a few days ago, 6 million now, so it's really growing, but
rapidly. Rapidly. It is actually one of the fastest growing apps that we would have seen, digital platforms that would have seen. So yeah, exactly. So let's see. I can't put a timestamp on it to call anything, to predict, to see. It's still growing. It's still growing rapidly too. Some people, the innovators, they will jump on there real fast. It's going to take some time for other people to log on to it. But again, let's see what the people say in terms of what they get from
and with investment, in terms of including Clubhouse in your marketing strategies. Okay, I saw company doing it already. I got few invites. This is very exciting.
We're looking at it too, Irene. So let's see.
Yep, let's see. So now my favorite topic, Erica. My favorite topic is how to connect with people even better than in real life. And I'm talking about virtual event space.
Yes.
So in 2020, we discovered we're not going to go to conferences, like it or not. So this is reality. So let's live our life better, meaning that better connections, better happenings. So where do you stand on entire virtual event space right now?
So in terms of virtual event space and networking, networking is a very important part of it, naturally, Because just like you would have gone to a in-person conference, you go there. One of the things when you're selling any marketing, when you're talking to your audience, you talk about the networking and who's going to be there and who do you need to meet. So again, it's about how we go about setting that up so that you can make the networking fun and seamless and intentional. So probably we can look at doing some matchmaking. So you know exactly who you're gonna go meet before you go in there. You want to know, some of the people who you could possibly connect with, and we do like some kind of matching. So I know you're into sales. I'm into sales. Maybe we could connect to share ideas. Don't be afraid to bounce ideas off each other. So you just do it based on matchmaking and what is it that you hope to get from the conversation, and how we can help to serve each other. It's not one way. It's about how can we serve each other. So you need to be looking at, we'll be looking at that and see now, how do I now, put the different strategies in place for the event online to make sure people get the value out of that. You have some really cool platforms that facilitate, like Hopin, that facilitate the speed networking, and AirMe that facilitate that kind of speed networking, and the roundtables, which are like really cool ways to connect your audience. And it is really such a great value add, so that when you leave, you feel like it was literally like a real life experience and you're connecting intentionally. That is what I would really say. Like,
and from your experience, right, in business standpoint, because we all want to be wowed as audience members, but at events hosts and organizers, okay, yeah. Do you see virtual events more beneficial for businesses than what we used to pay to run big conferences?
Oh gosh, of course, girl, I would do a virtual event any day, compared to, because I mean, it's so much better in the sense that you're saving this ton of expenses of putting up a physical room. There's so much that goes on into setting up a physical event, versus once you have identified a platform that suits all the requirements that you want, because it's going to be based on what you want. There are tons of platforms out there, but what do you want to achieve? So once you find a platform that can satisfy those parameters that you're looking for to meet the event specification, then the rest is really just you going to market. So I don't have to go think about, okay, I'm going to have to set up the room and I have to get the sound man and I have to you can do all of that. Just have that integrated in there. So you save a ton on airfare, speaker fees, food, beverage, travel time. It is just so much better, less stress. I remember the last event we just did, it felt like a breeze just doing our last Live to Lead program that we did. It was just so effortless and just fantastic. Doing it all over again, and can't wait for us to go into the Global Digital Marketing Summit, which is coming up, coming at your screen.
I was about to say, Erica, because you're hosting. Let's take a pause here, okay? This worth another breather, okay? Erica is an amazing Global Digital Marketing Summit this May.
Yes, baby, we're doing it.
There will be fabulous speakers. There will be amazing experiences for audience, including networking and amazing business results for everyone who will be attending. Take it from here, Erica. What is it?
Oh my gosh. Every time I think about this, I get chills all over again, because it is just going to be absolutely amazing. So we started this journey in 2018. And I remember when we just started it, digital wasn't even a thing in my community, where I'm from. I mean, we were just warming up to the idea of digital marketing. And some people thought that, hey, I don't think it's that important for me to be taking a picture of my food and putting it online. And you still have people who still have not migrated online, which, we spoke about earlier. So you still have the laggards out there. But just to get back to my point, is that we started this journey in 2018 when nobody cared. And then people were saying, hey, you need to bring these people here to Jamaica. And then when I spoke to Keith, Keith was like, oh no, you know, I can he was like a mover and shaker. He's an innovator from get-go. He was like, Erica, it's gonna take how many hours for me to leave from Australia to get to Jamaica? Listen, I'm zooming in. That time people didn't even know anything about Zoom. Now Zoom is a thing.
And
So
for
we
audience
even
here, Erica, Keith is Keith Keller, is
Keith Keller.
amazing Twitter and social media influencers with huge followership.
Oh my God,
Just
he is
amazing
so
charisma. So Keith
he
Keller,
is so
follow Keith Keller
amazing.
for good stuff. Keep going. So Keith.
Yes, we had to give the man his credit because he's so amazing and there. You can just follow him at Keith Keller on Twitter. That's where he lives. He loves it on there. And if you notice, he really is very intentional. You know, we were talking about that earlier. It's like, where do you live? Where do you play the most? You know, where do you spend most of your time? You know, for me, I spend a lot of time between Twitter and of course on LinkedIn based on my market. And of course, you know, I have a presence also on Instagram. So it's just I kind of just you know just on the backside there. But so we did it in 2018. People asked us to bring the people down in 2019, which we had to now you know kind of get in clients. We had my very good friend who had to travel all the way from Australia, Addison. She's now the founder of Classroom Without Walls. We had to get her here to in Jamaica for the event. I mean, over 30 hours worth of flight. Now this year, we are 100% digital, and I don't feel any way about it because now it is going to be an absolute amazeballs, according to my friend Julian Smith. And so we're looking to have some of the world's best digital marketing experts on one stage again. And I'm talking about some of the world's best, like my very good friend that is right in front of me, Irene. And we're going to have such a great time. I'm so excited about, you know, test driving platforms right now, just so that we can, you know, select the one that we want to get like the best experience in real time, real life. The only thing which we're not even sure yet because word out on the street is that some people who are going to be attending certain sessions at Global Digital Marketing Summit may be able to touch each other. That's word that I heard. Words out on the street, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I saw it in the press somewhere.
Amazing. So between now
but it's going to be an amazing time. It's May 12th to 14. Yes, I said it on your show first. And we are so looking forward to that. And of course, we're in full prep campaign mode. So that will be going out in just a matter of weeks.
Loving it, Erica. We'll continue drum roll, right? Between now
and
May. So follow Erica. Reach out to me, reach out to Keith Keller, because that's going to be a team.
Yes.
That, Erica, you know, so looks like we're looking at the great 2021 so far.
Absolutely. I'm calling it.
Yep.
I'm calling it. It's a great 2021 and I'm calling it.
For the audience out there, Erica, let's leave excited audience with few takeaways. What do you see in terms of strategies? Where do people start with assessing, you know, what makes sense, where it makes sense to make move right now?
So I would say, so number one, you have to understand your audience. So who are my people? Who is my tribe? Okay. And then of course, you're going to have to spend some time understanding that. And of course, you can give us a call, reach out to us at Creative Brands Ltd. Let's help you with that, get that research in. And of course, after you've done that research, it's for us now to identify where does my tribe live? And then, of course, looking at the platforms can be 1, 2. It doesn't have to be one. And then to find that, you know, that those platforms that is going to serve you to reach your audience. And of course, number 3 is developing a strategy in terms of content, etc., that is going to be used that's going to engage those clients and make them convert into your funnel. And so I would say let's go by making sure that we're researching our clients, understanding our audience, conducting those research, and of course, developing kick-ass, what I call content strategy that's going to make them come into your funnel and convert into a client.
Loving it. And Creative Brands is there to help. Is that right?
Creative Brands is here to help you. Beautiful. Give us a follow at Creative Brands Ltd, or on Twitter, it's at Creative Brands L. We're also on Instagram and Facebook. So give us a ping and we will hit you up right back. You can also visit our website, creativebrandsandconcepts.com.
We will link all the contacts with this video because Saugatalks is on YouTube, on LinkedIn and Twitter, and we're gonna be linking all the fantastic links everywhere. And please pencil down Global Digital Media
Marketing Summit 2021. May 12 to 14, 2021. And of course, it's gonna be intense.
Yes. Yeah. Erica, thank you so very much. This is amazing talk we had. I'm energized, you're energized. I know our audiences will be energized just by seeing what's happening out there. Erica, let's wish everybody the best 2021. Business success, personal growth, personal success. Thank you for this talk so much. Thank you.
Thank you. And I wish everybody all the best and huge success for 2021. And we're happy to come alongside you to help you to make that happen.